Good morning. Welcome to Energy Works. Today we're talking about challenging yourself or keep challenging yourself. So often we get into our comfort zone and we don't really want to um, get out of that comfort zone. We kind of know what we can do and we want to stick to that. But I'm thinking to encourage you to step out of your comfort zone and, strive to improve an area of your life. So whether it's your physical body or whether it's your learning or whether it's your spiritual connection or your emotional connection with people, or if you're wanting to connect to your tribe, or wanting to expand your business or what you do. I wanted to clear some energy around that because I think we all need to keep growing. We all need to keep learning. So I wanted to clear energy for us to do that. All right. So as we always say, is there anyone you would like to dedicate this call to? You're welcome to do that. And if there's anyone you want to share it with, you're welcome to. So we're going to start with our solar plexus chakra, which is about our ambition and having a go at things and believing that we can make a change or can do something different. All right, and the first thing that comes up in our solar plexus chakra, is the gallbladder. All right, I act on the choices I make. So what would you choose? All right, age 16. So where were you? What were you doing when you were 16? All right, something to do with your friends, female friends. All right, now we're going to go into, all right, the gallbladder still is reacting to something, to feelings. All right, and hiding in the gallbladder is unresolved fears. So now we're going to go into the throat chakra. All right, I'm comfortable expressing myself. Others are comfortable with what comes out of my mouth. So this reminds me of a time when I just fallen pregnant with my fifth child and wasn't expecting to, and my husband had gone away. And I remember talking to Heather Davison, and she had a number of children, and she was talking about how, people were critical of her for having children, and, she decided she was going to do what she felt was best, and that's the way she did it. So when I spoke to her that particular night, whatever she said made my head come right, and it was like, that's okay. I can deal with this. This is okay. And so what people say to us sometimes can have a great effect, can help us believe in ourselves, can help us believe that it's okay to, to do the things that we feel are right for ourselves. And even if other people are critical, it's like it comes down to us and what we feel is the right thing for us. So age 5. And 16 again. And 20. 43. 'Kay. Right, something stuck in our neck. So C5 is the sugar circuit. So sometimes when we're stressed, we want to eat bad food. Right, feeling limited is stuck in your neck. Now, are you limited by circumstances or are you limiting yourself? Right, so now we're going to go into the 7th chakra. All right, so crown chakra, and it's okay for me to have faith in things I cannot see. I'm no longer attached to my problems. All right, age 36. So stuck emotions from age 36. So where were you and what were you doing? Feeling of refusing to forgive. So now we're going to go into the earth chakra. So it's like that needing to be connected to Mother Earth to discharge any negativity. So something that would help the earth chakra is to do gardening. So get your hands actually in the dirt. Even weeding would be great. And an oil called spearmint. All right. Spearmint can be a helpful remedy for those who struggle with communicating clearly for a wide range of reasons, from feeling scattered and inarticulate to stumbling over words. It assists individuals in becoming emotionally clear about what they want to say and then saying it. In short, spearmint can help individuals access their inner light and convey that light to the world with clarity and confidence. So when you feel like you need a little burst of courage in speaking up, you can use your spearmint oil. So you can either just inhale it or you could rub it around your throat or even internal. So now we're going to go into the aura. So the second layer of the aura, which is the emotional body. So current females. So now layer 5 of the aura. Which is about it's like a master copy of the physical body. All right, so part of this layer, oh, good morning, Margaret. Part of this layer is chronically collapsed. Again, current female or females. So now we're going into the 7th layer of the aura, which is about mental and spiritual connection. So there's a generational component to this one too. Dad's mum's side. Good morning, Susanna. So Dad's mum, group of women. So are there parts of your body that are complaining? So that one goes back about 18 generations. All right, so there's an oil called kumquat, which is about authentic presence. So it's like about being yourself. All right, kumquat oil instructs that true happiness comes only through real, honest, and unstudied living. It reminds that people are a complement of good and bad, sweet and sour. Individuals must embrace their multifaceted humanness and anchor their identity in the truth in order to live authentically. Kumquat invites all to shift their focus away from outward behaviors or pretenses, which others may validate, and instead begin the quiet, consistent, and unseen journey to inner alignment, contentment, and healing. Oh, Margaret said she noticed she was short of breath. Okay. So it's coming up a feeling. All right, grief. So grief from when you were a kid, age 8. Also resentment, age 12. Okay, I'm going to go back into the crown chakra. Right, I'm in contact with my inner being. Sometimes we're too busy being what other people need. Probably the milkman telling me I look like a little boy. Yeah, that would be upsetting. All right, I am full of positive thinking patterns. So I guess I would like to translate that as, right, if I can't do it this way, how else can I do it? Is there another way that I can make a change, or is there another way that I can make a difference here? Good morning, Elizabeth. All right, so now we're going to go into the lunar chakra. So the lunar chakra is above the crown chakra. So it's like aligning ourselves with our soul's purpose, um, understanding that, there's a bigger picture than just what we're doing right here, right now, and to be trust and our intuition and um, trusting in a higher power that, we're here at this particular time for a particular reason. None of it is a mistake. We agreed to come now. We agreed to be on the good team. So this one's strengthened by swimming in the ocean. So it's a bit cold swimming in the ocean right now, but even if you paddle your feet a little, that could be really good. And the oil marjoram. So marjoram's about connection. Right. Yeah, Margaret loves the waves. Go, Margaret. All right. I enjoy attending social occasions and meeting new people. So sometimes we don't. We just don't want to go, don't want to deal with it. Put yourself out there. But sometimes it's what we need to actually go and interact with other people and find our tribe, find people that really get us and we get them, and they inspire us and we inspire them. All right, I recognize where I am unconsciously appearing aloof or cold, and I reassure others that I just need a little time alone. And that's probably true. With firm personal boundaries, I'm able to behave warmly and increase my trust in social situations. I have no fear of rejection. I am approachable and lovable. All right, I know which voice to listen to. So, um, it's a bit of a silly thing, but if you remember the Flintstones, I'm old, you might not remember them, but sometimes Fred would have a good angel and a bad angel, and so it's like sometimes we have the same. We have a good voice inspiring us to do better and to call this person or to do something, and the bad one says, "No, you're too silly. You can't do this. This is not the right time for you. Let someone else do it." So it's like we have these conflicting voices all the time, and so we need to know by feeling, by prayer, by meditation, what we need to listen to and act on. All right, I have a sound and rejuvenating sleep and awake refreshed and energetic. I'm asking if there's anything that's preventing us from being energetic. Age 7, I'm feeling taken for granted. Right. Also hiding in the lungs is the feeling of sorrow. So sorrow from age 6. So what were you sorrowful about when you were a little kid? Not feeling accepted, not feeling like you fit in or you belong. Age 26 was this one as well, and age 45. All right, a little bit more in the crown chakra. Elizabeth Jacasa is saying she can relate to this. Yeah. All right. So the crown chakra is our connection to God, integration of all of us, being insightful, feeling our purpose. So sometimes we get a bit lost in our purpose or what we're doing. And also, what's coming up is the inability to see that we are all family. All right, I am greater than any possession or relationship that I have. I see my problems as lessons of growth, not as failure. I am fun and spiritual. My electrical circuitry and brain chemistry work in harmony for my highest good. And let's say I have the help I need, because sometimes we want physical, practical help, but sometimes we get emotional or spiritual support, and we may not translate that as getting help. So preventing us from receiving this is from mum's side of the family, like 53 generations of women. And sometimes it's hard not to see receiving help as I'm weak or I'm, incapable or some other negative word, feeling that we're not able to accept help, or because as we allow someone to help us, it's like we draw a closer connection to that person, and we let them help us, and then we want to help them, and it's like we strengthen our bonds. But it's hard to, your ego often says, no, no, I can do this, leave me alone. But we really do exist as a family. So it's like we need help from family members sometimes. And sometimes we help family members. All right, we're going to jump back into the higher chakras. So we're into the solar star chakra now. And this one comes up a lot, always striving. So it's like we never stop trying. We keep feeling like we're never going to get there or we're not achieving. All right, so this is also strengthened by embracing our light and shadow self. So we all like our light self and we want everyone to acknowledge our light self. The shadow self is like, oh, I don't really like that about myself. But it's there for us to learn from, isn't it? To become stronger. So I'm able to address my shadow self, generational, dad's mum, and the women. 93 generations of women. So sometimes we want to travel, sometimes we just want to stay home, uh, sometimes we understand all how things relate, and then other times we're a bit fragmented. So it's like accepting all the parts of us, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and, rejoicing in being who you are, because we need you to be who you are. All right, so something not right in the cranial bones, at the back, on the left. And emotion stuck in the back of the head. Feeling shoved aside. And sometimes there's bigger fish to fry, and we can't always just do what we like. Sometimes we have duties and other people, or pets, or other aspects of our life that we have to take care of. Right. So also, what strengthens this solar star chakra is travel and experience of other cultures and traditions. Now, in Australia, we have so many cultures, and there's all different foods you can eat. There is different dancing, and lots of cultural activities that we can be involved in. So I think it is important to embrace other cultures, and to embrace our differences, and enjoy the variety that that brings. Right, life is easy for me. Some days it doesn't feel easy at all, does it? Some days it just feels like we're walking through mud. All right, a generational component to this from mum's side of the family, and the women. 16 generations of women. All right. So how do you feel like you want to challenge yourself? What's the next area of challenge for you? Is it physical challenge? Is it spiritual challenge? I listened to Jay Shetty's audiobook, Think Like a Monk, and he talked a lot about letting go of resentment and forgiveness, and fasting, and giving service to people. And I thought, it's all really beautiful things, and also a way to get yourself out of your problems, isn't it? To look at other people's problems, and look at other people's situation, and then your problems seem a little bit smaller when you look at other people's difficulties. Again, so we're in the galactic chakra now. It's like service comes up. So, and it is good to do service. It's like, we don't want you to serve till you ruin yourself, but we want to have this balance between taking care of self and helping other people. So the oil cedarwood. Now, cedarwood's about community. And I think if we learn one thing from all the lockdowns and COVID rubbish, um, community is important. And so it's like never ever letting go of our community and the people around us, and to help people feel that they're loved and cared for no matter what's happening. All right, cedarwood supports individuals in seeing that they are not alone. Life is a shared experience. Cedarwood also assists in opening the awareness of individuals to the support system that is already available to them, such as friends or family that have been overlooked. It invites individuals to both give and receive so they may experience the strength of groups and the joy of relationships. And we're also going to add magnolia to this. Now, magnolia is about compassion. All right, the inviting sweetness of magnolia draws the senses in with gentle, pure, maternal nurturing that facilitates deep healing and soul level change. Once individuals feel safe and loved, they will naturally see where they are withholding compassion from themselves and from those around them. Magnolia inspires all to engage with their fellow sojourners in this life with greater and greater empathy. It mirrors back to each individual the shared humanity reflected in another's eyes, and reminds that each soul is equally deserving of kindness and respect. Magnolia reveals the essential bond shared between all people. When individuals view themselves as separate from others, they begin to lose the thread that weaves humanity together, and to disregard the outcomes of the people they have detached themselves from. Magnolia facilitates a divine healing energy, bringing the world a remedy for those soul sicknesses. So that sounds beautiful. So this can help you to feel kinder to other people, because sometimes we can see the shadow side of other people, and especially if we have similar shadow, sometimes we can feel angry, or we want to like go kill. So it's like being able to have that charity to ourselves and charity to others, that we can love and accept them even when they're not perfect. Because I guess when all is said and done, you always want to be who you really are, isn't it? And I know each of you are kind people. You are loving, kind people that make a difference in this world. All right, I fulfill my soul contracts from a place of awareness. So I think often we, made contracts before we came to Earth about different situations and what we would do and fulfill. I think there are sometimes times when we have fulfilled the contract, it's time to release the contract, and also understand what we are learning through whatever contract it is that we have. Right, my mind is not affected by the bad intentions of others. And there always has been and always will be good and bad. So it's like we are people of light. So it's like we need to shine our light. We need to be who we are. And I guess it's like being aware of the little child in another person. So sometimes when people are stuck and they're not doing good things, they can be stuck in their childhood. So how old is this person that you're seeing the bad behavior? Can you tell? Can you test? So this is talking about like the archetype of the galactic chakra person. So more often than not, the 11th chakra archetype will have experienced great trauma and suffering in their life. From this great adversity burns the deep desire to ease the suffering of others. The separation instituted by the body we dwell in is dissolved into a field of oneness and genuine unity. There is a determination to make a difference in this world at a community and global level. Now, sometimes thinking about doing things globally seems a bit scary, but even if you just start with the people around you, and we talk about the ripples in the pond, they spread out. So we don't know how far those ripples will spread. All right, the 12th chakra now, which is the universal chakra, and hypochondria is coming in here, and negative family connections. And to help is solitude. So having that time to yourself, having a little bit of quiet, peaceful time. And the oil forgive, forgiving the people who weren't what we needed them to be. All right. Forgive challenges individuals to let go of bitterness and hostilities and to embrace other people as an extension of themselves, as part of the human family. It reminds individuals to live by the golden rule, to treat others the way they themselves would like to be treated. It invites individuals to free themselves by realizing that others are usually doing the best that they can and deserve compassion and forgiveness. All right, so when you're feeling judgmental, and sometimes that is an automatic feeling, isn't it? We look at something and, we may have been taught as a child that that's not okay. And so we instantly go to that judgmental position. But, taking a step back and realizing that other people are doing the best that they can, and they can be stuck in their childhood too, as we have been at different times, and, allow ourselves to see past that. And as we challenge ourselves and strive to do better, we lift other people. We all rise as a community. All right, so we can use forgive oil when we need to feel lighter. So sometimes we feel weighed down. And also if we want to feel a little bit more empathetic, to understand where the other people are coming from so that we can forgive. All right, I'm open to receiving light and knowledge. I'm unattached to my possessions, my opinions, and my body. All right. Any other areas that you think you would like to challenge yourself? At the moment, I've signed myself up to do something called Workz, and it's a race where I think there's 8 different running sections, and then there's a ski and um, the rower, and you push a sled and pull a sled, and you do wall balls and broad jump burpees and lunges with a sandbag. So it's like I'm really pushing my body past where it could be before, which is a journey of itself. And sometimes when I'm trying to run, and I don't run very fast, I get little aches and pains, and I ask my body, "Is this a physical thing or is this emotional thing?" But usually it's an emotional thing, so it's like stuff that's stuck in my body from childhood or from earlier times in my life. Good morning, Nikki. So it's like it is important for us to challenge ourselves. It is important for us to grow and not be stagnant. So I would like you to choose an area that you are choosing to grow in and choosing to challenge yourself in so that you increase your capacity and your sphere of influence as you do this. All right. As Margaret says, so good to challenge yourself. You're going to do great on the day. I don't really care where I come in the race on the day, but this is a personal challenge to me. It's for me to have a go and me to finish. I might be dead last. I don't care, but I want to have a go. And so I'm challenging you to do that too in your life, to do something that stretches you, because that's how you grow. All right. Thank you for your encouragement, Margaret. All right. So, any other things? How are your lungs feeling now? Are you still feeling out of breath? Has anyone else got other parts of their body that are complaining? I'm grateful to you that you jump on the call. It makes it easier for me, and grateful to you for being who you are and to shine your light in the way that is best for you. And that is probably what's best for all of us. All right, so just a little ad while we're waiting. So Margaret says, feel okay. Thank you. Okay. So our next Energy Works is in July, the 10th to the 12th. Oh, Elizabeth says her neck. Okay. And also in September, we're having our advanced, which is the 4th to the 6th of September. And our next get together is in June the 21st. So you're welcome to come, you're welcome to hang out, bring a plate, we'll sit around, chat, clear some energy. Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry. That's okay. All right, so right, oh, we can hear the rain. All right, so let's just go into the throat chakra for your neck. All right, making choices and decisions gets easier each day. I accept my responsibility. Sometimes we can feel angry about all the responsibility that we have. I enjoy social community. And that's the whole purpose when we do the get-togethers, is just to have a little bit of community. You know, there's no charge. It's just bring a plate and come. And I want us to have a little community that we feel safe and comfortable to be who we are. Something from age 5 stuck in your neck, Elizabeth? Something to do with a female friend? A little bit in the heart chakra too. Rose oil. So rose oil is one of the high vibration oils. It's about it represents God's love. So it's very high vibration. All right, my sexuality in body and mind is purified and regulated. I'm wrapped in warmth, charity, and compassion when I let go of emotional states of lower vibration and choose to receive the highest vibration of divine love. All right, so Elizabeth saying wanting something her friend had. And Nikki says, my right rhomboid muscle and right calf muscle just got back into my walking and running. Good job. All right, I'm growing in a truly beautiful way. So age 6, age 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 26. So some generational baggage stuck here too. So mum's side and the women. 44 generations of women. All right. Sarah says, I'm not good enough, always trying to prove myself to fit in. Yes, and who are we proving ourselves to, isn't it? Sometimes we just have to know that we can be a little bit different to others and that other people need us to be different. All right, something else stuck in the mind. So right, not wanting to move in a certain direction in life. Right, feeling discouraged. So age 4 is feeling discouraged. And also the feeling of shock. So what was the shock? The other thing that's stuck in that calf is worry. So what are you worrying about? All right, and let's say I no longer need to prove myself. I feel that, well, two things. I think it's better that we are right in divinely right, like in is this what you want me to do, God? Is this who do you want me to help? How do you want me to help? What is it that you would have me do? And it's almost like a question we have to ask every day. All right, what do you want me to do today? Because then we're not trying to fit into what other people expect of us. It's like we're trying to live to what God wants of us. And that always works so much better because he knows where we need to grow. He knows the areas we need to be challenged. And we have to trust that, which is hard at times. All right, I see my worth. So not seeing your worth, which is a generational problem. This is coming from your father's side, but not just the women. Sorry, not the men, the women. It's the women on your father's side. 17 generations. So I'm loving myself through the process of growth. I'm happy to grow. I no longer need to live up to other people's expectation. Generational again from your mum's side of the family, mum's dad's side, and the women. 44 generations of women. Go back to the 8th chakra, which is about connecting to the earth. A bit hard in the rain. All right, awareness of yourself is an integral part of the earth, not just a part of your small corner of the world. And also this is weakened by the earth chakra by coveting the riches of others. So every possession that we have occupies space in your brain. So it's like when we have too much stuff, and especially when it's cluttered and not good, it's like our brain is like that. So it's like decluttering our mind, decluttering our life, working out the things that aren't working for us and letting them go. Right, eating raw foods, especially picking food straight from the garden. Well, I don't have a garden, so it's like maybe that's a challenge for me. And the oil spikenard. So spikenard's about gratitude, and sort of sometimes we don't feel very grateful for the problems that we have and the difficulties we have. So by opening the soul to acceptance and gratitude, spikenard assists individuals in seeing the deeper meaning in their lives. It supports them in feeling joy and happiness for other people as well as for themselves. It invites individuals to expand fully, letting go of resistance, anger, and blame. Gratitude is an expression of complete acceptance and abundance. A grateful person is content with what they have. Spikenard teaches individuals to be grateful for their challenges as well as their blessings. It also assists individuals in transcending through their sorrows through being grateful for their present life circumstances. Through complete surrender and acceptance, the soul may be brought into peace and harmony. All right, so accepting where we are in life. You know, if we work on someone with their weight, they have to accept their current weight. We can't move until we accept where we're at. And then when we accept where we're at, then we can move forward. So is there something else you're not accepting about yourself at the moment? So your grid's damaged, so grid lines. So that right calf, horizontal lines. So 8 horizontal lines. So more generational stuff from mum's side of the family, son's mum, and the women. 97 generations of women. So you're seeing yourself perhaps as being faulty, but if you could see that you're part of a bigger picture and that you are helping to heal generations of women that didn't feel good enough. So it's like this is not just you. You're helping to change this pattern. And of course, what we clear for ourselves when we do generational work clears for all other people that have that same gene. So you make a difference, and you make a difference around the world because you don't know where these rollies are. All right. So just checking in again, how are we feeling about ourselves now? And how's that back muscle and the calf? Thank you to everyone again for joining in. And I'm hoping that this encourages you to make change, to feel that you can make a difference. I'm happy to hear you challenging yourself, Nikki. Go for it.